Hey, everybody, this is KC and the Moonshine Gang, and,
you're
the
not.
lovable, affable, adorable Mailman.
The celery-eating
The
milk.
celery-eating Mailman.
And I'm the strawberry-eating.
Got
I forgot to tell you.
Oh, and Luke is on vacation.
Luke is on vacation.
Camping.
On glamping.
Glamping.
Along with getting some strawberries the other day, we bought a flat of strawberries.
Yeah.
And my wife made a fresh strawberry cake last night.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things that just...
Man, here we are, talking about food again.
But this isn't healthy.
Yeah.
If you're on a diet...
You didn't do...
Or you're trying to eat right, you're trying to reduce your A1C, you're trying to reduce your blood sugar, don't be eating strawberry cake with a glazed strawberry glaze.
All you have to do is just replace the sugar with the stevia.
Sweetener.
And replace something else with something else, with okra. And replace something else with something.
And you know what else you could do?
What?
Just pour you a bowl of strawberries and eat them.
Okay, yeah. That's good, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Hey, let's back away from food here and talk about something real theoretical.
Okay.
Let's talk about gravity.
That's very serious subject.
Gravity. You know, I've been trying to figure out what gravity is.
I have, too.
I've been studying
it. It has
on
been bugging me for a month.
Yeah.
And I still don't
Yeah.
make any qualms about fully understanding what gravity is. And I think it's something that 99% of the people don't know. I think it's something that we all take for granted.
Yeah.
We all realize that we're stuck here to this planet by a mysterious force.
Yeah.
And what it exactly is, other than Albert Einstein and Tesla,
But they don't even know if he's
Newton,
totally right.
Newton didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
He just knows that an apple falls from a tree, which I could have figured that out.
Yep, it just fell. Yeah. I've watched many videos, I've read a lot of stuff, and, and a lot of people will talk with great authority about what gravity is. And they'll give you this trampoline effect, thing.
Well, and that's a good thing of like making a sort of a diorama type thing, but that really has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
With that trampoline.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, what's that got to do with, they're talking about
Other
light traveling, and if light's traveling towards you and there's a planet in between, the light will go around the planet and then come to you. And
the thing is, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, not only will light bend because of the gravitational force of a large planet, but time will also bend.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what the proportion is, but it also bends. And it's interesting to me that when you stop to think about seeing stars, how many bends is that thing taking on the way down here?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's had to come by a lot of rocks.
It's one thing to think of it as a beam coming straight at you, but what if you're way 10 feet over that way?
Right.
Well, the beam's still coming. No, is that a different beam? What if you're 100 miles over that way, and there's a beam of light coming? Well, is that beam bending around something? And I've heard some people. Well, at least one it was a lady scientist. She was kind of it really kind of bends your mind to try to think. Like when you think about that part of it. But all in all, the bottom line is, nobody knows what gravity is, or why it is, how it is.
Well,
they can see
according to Einstein, it's because
they think they're seeing it.
A large object attracts other objects to it.
Yeah.
And you see two people.
If I come
that are tethered in space.
If I'm going down the street and I walk up next to a fat lady, I'm not attracted to that fat lady.
Oh, that was Mel Jackson with that little bit of information.
There's no gravitational pull there. And then
I was, just saying about the I used to think that it had something to do with the spinning of the Earth,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have anything to do with the spinning of the Earth. The spinning would throw us
Yeah.
off the Earth.
Yeah.
It's like a dog shaking and
Right.
shaking
So
on
the
the water.
merry-go-round. You trying to hang on to a
Right.
little merry-go-round.
It'll spin you off.
Yeah, there's no gravitational pull there.
No. So it's not that. It has something to do with the density and the size
Yeah.
of the object.
I should have studied harder when I was in high school.
Well, I don't think they ever really. I mean, they glossed over it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you'd have had to took some sort of advanced.
Yeah. If you were sitting in high school and you say, "Teacher, explain gravity," and he would say, "Well, you stupid guy, can't you see this pencil fall? There's gravity." You know.
Yeah, and
Okay, and our test next week is on this pencil.
I wish that we had an astrophysicist in Arcadia
Yeah.
that we could go to or have them
Well,
here
even-
as our guest. So if you're out there and you hear this,
Yeah.
and you are an astrophysicist, we invite you to come on here.
And you're
And
going to have to
explain
be
to
of a
us.
caliber like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
And can talk plane talk to
But I
plane
even
folk.
saw him, and he said, somebody asked him, explain gravity. And he says, I can't explain it. Next question. And I mean, and he was.
And I appreciate these intelligent people that are scientists and all that admit they don't have all the answers.
Yeah.
I mean, because you meet a lot of dumb people in the world that think they have all the answers,
Yeah.
and they don't.
Well, after I read the thing about Tesla, what he said about scientists, instead of doing the hard work, instead of doing the testing and everything and experiments, he said they've reduced it down to mathematics, and they've tried to explain it all with mathematics, and not do the hard work. So when I read that or saw that, I'm thinking, well, is there anything out there we can trust? Then you go, okay, what about the carbon-14 dating? There's even doubts about that.
Yeah, we're just going by a lot of people that
I
have
think
done experiments.
We're being fed a line.
Junk science.
Yeah.
There is a lot of junk science out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think that most people, and I said it before, and I just will always say it, understand gravity whatsoever, other than the fact that for some mysterious reason we are, according to our size and our density, attracted towards the Earth.
Yeah. Well, and size and density doesn't. If you go like what was Galileo? Was it Galileo?
Yeah.
Went to the top of the building, and he dropped off two things. One was heavier, one was lighter.
Yeah.
And they both hit the ground at the same time.
Well, yeah, but when you get to like a feather, it won't.
Yeah, but that's because of aerodynamics.
I know, I understand.
And when there's just
you know what
resistance.
what the terminal velocity is?
The terminal is where you come to the end.
No, you know what the speed is of terminal velocity of gravity bringing you toward the Earth?
No.
Somewhere right around, and call in and correct me if I'm wrong, 128 miles an hour. If you're just free falling
Yeah.
towards the Earth.
Yeah.
You fall the first second that you fall from the top of a building, 16 feet per second.
Mm-hmm.
The second,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense, you fall at 32 feet per second. The third, you fall at 64 feet per second. And then you fall at 128 feet per second, which is terminal velocity.
KC, you put all that in your mind?
I read it. I didn't just sit there and figure that
You
out.
memorized. Holy cow.
I did memorize it,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
That's why if I were visiting New York City and I was walking past the Empire State Building, I would walk on the other side of the street and not directly under it.
Because people be dropping things.
Because somebody would take a penny and shove it out through that fence way up there, 100 and some floors up. And that penny would hit me in the head and cause some damage.
But did you know, we're down to about no time. There's a lot of people believe that if you dropped a penny from the top of the Empire State Building on top of a car, that it would drive completely through that car. It wouldn't. It's going to be traveling at 128 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Well, if you shot it through a gun at 128 miles an hour, it's going to bounce off the car and not do much.
Really?
Yeah. It's not. It's not something you'd want to experience, but
Yeah.
but anyhow,
I know a body will damage that car.
yeah, we got to go
Yeah.
pay some bills.
Again.